So most of you might have already saw this news that came out about like a day and a half ago, but I still want to cover it because there is a lot of misunderstanding coming from this announcement, but also I want to give my own take on it because it's some pretty interesting news that came out about a very well-known mangaka and their retirement as a manga artist, because it's kind of shocking. So let's get right into it. So basically, to make sure everybody's on the same page, if you are not aware of what's going on, Kaguya-sama Love is War, which is a very beloved manga and a beloved anime. Most of you probably on the channel probably know it from the anime. It is a very popular series. I think everybody can agree with that, and it always makes waves within the anime community no matter when it airs. And obviously, the manga came to an end recently. It ended recently, and it ended, from what I know of, on a good note. Now, I am not an up-to-date manga reader, so I cannot say and speak for everything. But I do know that, at least from what I saw from big fans of the series, they were very happy with the conclusion of Love is War. There was some open-ended things to set up maybe a potential sequel or something, but overall, it ends on a very nice note. So, because of that, we were left wondering what was next. For instance, many were left wondering what is next for the series. And this announcement comes out where the author has announced their retirement. Now, here is the misunderstanding stuff. People now are assuming because the author is announcing retirement, that means Oshi no Ko, this series right here that looks very similar to like Kaguya, is going to be cancelled. Now, let's make sure we understand this. So if you pull up, for instance, the offer, what they've worked on Kaguya-sama, Oshi no Ko, and then all these other series like Instant Bullet and all that, Sayonara, the list goes on here, basically. And they're all well-known in their own right. Now, obviously, Oshi no Ko and Kaguya-sama are the big outliners here of what the mangaka has worked on, and I want to point something out, okay? Kaguya-sama was written by this person, the author that is retiring, story and art, while Oshi no Ko is only done for story, not art. Now, I want to read this statement real quick for we all are on the same page, and then clarify and talk a little bit more about it. So basically, this is the retirement statement. Thanks to the support of many people, Kaguya has been serialized for 7.5 years. Weekly serialization didn't go as planned, and there were many things that made me realize how weak I am as a manga artist. But because of that, I had a lot of happy memories, and I could look back now and wonder if I made the people around me a little happier. Thank you very much for 7.5 years. As for my future activities, Akasaka as a manga artist is thinking of retiring after this work, aka Kaguya-sama. Even though I'm retiring, I would like to end my activities as a manga artist who draws, and focus on creating stories from now on. So I would like to continue working as an original author. As for painting, I intend to continue it loosely as a hobby. Now, to kind of give clarity to this, okay, when you hear original author, obviously your mind might gravitate towards light novels, maybe a webcomic, something like that, but that is not the case. Basically, what the author is trying to say, and this might be kind of lost a little bit in translation, is that they want to continue writing stories like Oshi no Ko and just doing story instead of story and art. And to go back to the previous statement, basically, they were working on Kaguya for 7.5 years. Now, I don't know if Kaguya-sama was on a bi-weekly or a weekly release. I think it was weekly. I believe Kaguya was releasing on a weekly basis. Could be wrong there. Correct me if I'm wrong. But regardless if bi-weekly or weekly, it's an incredible undertaking to be able to output, chapters like that. I think anyone that knows with the different stories that always come out with different mangaka when it comes to them drawing and writing with the type of format, it's very difficult, it's very straining, it is a lot of hours, and it really does deteriorate these certain individuals' health. I mean, that really just makes you look at Oda from One Piece, the one that writes One Piece, as someone that's just an inhuman monster with how he's able to continue just pumping chapters out regardless of just how long he's been doing it, and he does it non-stop. And so when you look at this, it's like, it makes a lot of sense, 7.5 years of doing a series, bringing out a lot of quality, and the fan base, from what I could see, is very satisfied with the ending. You definitely might feel like retiring, or at least retiring from that certain segment. And so FYI, the author isn't retiring completely from manga. They're retiring from drawing. So they don't want to do something like Kaguya-sama Love is War. They just want to do Oshi no Ko stuff. Like, just do the story and have someone do the art for them. AKA like what you see with Death Note or The Promised Neverland, etc. And FYI, they did say they would continue drawing, but loosely. basically probably posting maybe certain illustrations or something on their social media. That's about it. So, overall, is this something to freak out about? No. I did see a lot of people freaking out. I saw a lot of people kind of linking me to this and saying, wait, does this mean Oshi no Ko is going to be canceled or it's not coming out even though the anime's coming out? No. Oshi no Ko is, from my understanding, going to continue to come out with no worries whatsoever, no hiccups. It's just the mangaka wants to retire from drawing. There you go. So, I guess what this means for Kaguya's future is that if Kaguya gets a spinoff or a continuation, probably the story will be written by the author, but the art will be done by someone else. Probably someone that is working on Oshi no Ko, the very individual that's doing Oshi no Ko. Who is actually doing Oshi no Ko? Do we have their names attached here, actually? Supporting, I don't think we do. Wait, oh, here we go, okay. They do, let's see, anime staff positions, so they worked, Kuzu no Honkai, okay. Retort Pouch, okay, I Am a Hero, okay, I recognize this artist, okay. So, basically, if I had to assume, maybe the artist might work on a continuation of Kaguya, because when you do look at the style of Oshi no Ko and Kaguya-sama, they do kind of look similar, and it makes a lot of sense why people might be mistaken and think that Oshi no Ko is also done by the same author as Kaguya-sama, like art-wise as well, because there is some obvious similarities to the looks. So, yeah, maybe that's how Kaguya-sama will continue from this point onward. We will see. But yeah, I just wanted to give my 2 cents on the matter and kind of make sure I clarify some misunderstanding that I've been seeing for the past day. But with that, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy yourself, everyone. If you enjoyed the video and I brought you any form of entertainment or information, do leave me a like down below. It does help me out a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. But with that, be safe, stay healthy, Chibi out.